So today we're going to talk about the worst keyboard warrior I ever met in board games. Now I was in this private group and I only met this guy one time. I remember he came in and we played lanterns and he was super shy and quiet. Like I couldn't even get his name. On top of which, he was like sinking into his chair. Like he would play like this. But the rest of the time I knew about him was because over the years in the group chat, he will come in and the only thing he comes in to post about is how much he hates the government. He doesn't talk about games. And no one replies to him. Maybe one time or two times the host might go like ha ha ha, but that was it. But he did it enough where I actually noticed his tag. So fast forward and I stopped going to this group, so I muted the chat, right? But my friend B was leaving the country. So a lot of people from this group were going to sessions of his. So I unmuted the chat to see, just to upkeep information. One day, the phone pops off, non-stop. It's like ding, 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 ding. And I was like, what is happening? And I opened the chat, it's Juice. And he's complaining about the government, except he's going at it non-stop. And then another guy who doesn't like the government is also now in the chat, and they keep going at it. It gets so bad, I muted the chat again, went away to do something and came back. When I unmuted it, they were still going at it. And of course, I'm not the only one that noticed this. A guy called Rajiv, nice guy, comes in and just says a very simple thing, which is, hey guys, can we just keep this to board games? Of course, the second guy, he just disappears from here on out. But Juice doesn't let this go. Then Daniel comes in and then he also goes, I agree Rajiv, can we just keep this to board games? And of course, Juice doesn't stop. Now the host comes in at this point and he's a nice guy, but honestly, he does things like, like let's say you see two people fighting and then you go like, guys, can we just get along? He basically does that because he doesn't want to offend anybody to a fault. So, of course, Juice just ignores this and just keeps going. I'm watching this getting more and more pissed off because it's like, I just want to know what's happening with these sessions. I don't need all this. I don't even go to this group anymore. So like Street Fighter, I go, new challenger. I come into the chat. Now, life lesson I learned, don't put away your feelings. Okay, just talk about the facts to get to the goal. So I say, hey, look, Juice, nothing wrong with you not liking the government. But why not two of you just take this into a private chat? Because I don't think anybody here wants to hear this. He doesn't take it well. And he takes his attention down on me and we go do a back and forth. I keep repeating my point like this doesn't look good on you and all. And he won't stop. But this just shows how lonely this guy is. He starts, without prompting, telling stories. The first story was how he wanted to teach a wushu class, a Chinese martial arts, right? In a community center. But they won't let him do it. And remember, he's saying this, and he says the reason is because he doesn't have certification. Okay, but he should be allowed to teach. And get this, the reason why is because he borrowed a wushu book from the library, and he does it really well. The second story, are you not surprised? He cannot get a job or hold a job. So he went to a ministry to get a job. Now they tell him he doesn't have the right qualifications. And then he starts stating all his great virtues. Like, I'm very disciplined, blah, 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 and all that. And then I should get the job. But it's the government, they're not giving me the job. Again, because it's the government's fault. And again, it's crazy, like my twin brother, because for them, the rules apply to everyone else but except them because they have the right reasons. Like think about it from his perspective, right? If the government allowed people to teach martial arts without a certification and someone got hurt, this same guy will say they're a bad government. But when it comes to him, the rules don't apply. Anyway, I get really tired of this and I just go, you know what? I think this is just hurting yourself. I'm leaving this chat. So I left the chat. Minutes later, Daniel messages me and he just says, he's still talking about you, and he sends me a screenshot. And it's basically, look, that Kunyang left the chat and he declared victory. Basically, Kunyang is a feminine male, which basically like gay lord. I see this and I just message Daniel back like, I don't care. I checked his Facebook also, and that's also his entire Facebook. Every day, just complaining about the government. It's just miserable person. If you're on a bad life, just follow this. If not, I would say just chill, man. All right, so the other two online stories, I would push that back to another time. But the next story I want to tell is, it's kind of sad because I kind of like this guy, but his situation around him just makes it hard to play with. And the word is family. So, you want to hear about that? Come back next time. Till next word.